Very basic rundown of how to use a pivot table. Some reasons why we use pivot tables are to summarize data, analyze data, develop some quick reports, filter, and they are super easy to update. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So on the screen here, I have some sample data of food sales, and we are going to create a pivot table. The first thing I like to do prior to creating my pivot table is make sure that my data is in a table. To do this, I do have a previous video showing you some tips and tricks on how to create a table, but you can also just go here and click Format as a Table, choose one of the variations that you like, and then this data is now formatted as a table. The reason why we use it as a table is because when you add data, it will be easy to update in your pivot chart. So the other thing that you must make sure you do prior to building your pivot table is make sure all your columns have headers. So as you can see here in column A, I am missing a header. So you want to make sure that that is there prior to you starting your pivot table, unless this column would not show up. So let's go ahead and begin. You're going to go to Insert, and you have two options here. You can choose Pivot Table, or you can do Recommended Pivot Tables. If you choose Pivot Table, it will open on a new sheet, and you will get to select the measures you would like included. This Recommended Tables is an AI tool that Excel uses, and it recommends a pivot table that it feels you may like. So right here, what it did was it took our products and it broke it down. It used Boston, and you can always click here and you can select all or unselect all. Maybe you want to see Los Angeles. And then it gave some grand totals. So this is really easy because maybe it will develop a pivot table that you weren't exactly thinking that you wanted, or it may be the exact thing that you want and you save some time building it. But I'm going to show you how to build it from scratch. So I'm going to go back to our food sales. I'm going to click within our table. I'm going to go to Insert, Pivot Table. And in an ideal world, it would have highlighted my headers as well. I'm going to hit Control-Shift, which went all the way over, and then I'm going to hit the down arrow to select all of it. And then I'm going to put my pivot table in a new worksheet, which will start a new tab here at the bottom. You could also put it on an existing worksheet. You click here, and then you just select where you would like the pivot table to be inserted. I'm going to stick with new worksheet and hit OK. So now I have this pivot table. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a couple fields. So I'm going to start with product. And right now it's counting the products over here in the values section. I'm going to move the product to rows because I want to see the products. And then I'm going to hit quantity. And so now this is how many we sold of each product. And then let's add a total price. So now we can see the total sales for each product. And let's add some filters. So let's go by region. And it added it here under values, but I want it as a filter. So here at the top, let me make this bigger. We can click this and let's just look at East. And now it shows the sum and the sales just for the East region. And then we can do the same thing, remove East and choose West. And now we can see the sum and the sales for the West region. And then let's just select all. And then over here, I want to know the percent of sales for each item. So I'm going to do the total price. I'm going to add that one more time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to left click on it, go to Field Settings, Show Data As, and I want to know the percent of grand total. I'm going to hit OK. So now it shows what percent of sales came from arrowroot, banana, bran, etc. So this is a really good way to show your data. Maybe you want to see what is selling best. And so using a pivot table is such an easy way. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop them below, and I will make another video or I will answer them in the comments. Thank you so much.